Welcome to Inland Empire Alive, bringing you issues, events, and perspectives from throughout San Bernardino and Riverside counties. I'm David Brady, and on today's show, I'll talk about a new resource center for small businesses in San Bernardino, a project made possible by a partnership between Cal State San Bernardino and the city. That's today on Inland Empire Alive. Well, a fantastic resource for small businesses recently opened in the city of San Bernardino, a project made possible by a partnership between Cal State San Bernardino and the city. Here to tell us all about it is Dr. Mike Stull, the director of the Inland Empire Center for Entrepreneurship at Cal State San Bernardino, and Amanda Hernandez, the Economic Development Division Manager with the city of San Bernardino. Welcome to the program.
It's great to be here.
Thanks for having us.
So talk to me about what this means for the city. This is a giant shot in the arm for the business community.
Yeah, so I'll take the lead on that. So it really is, right? It's an investment in the community. It's an investment from our council members, from us at the city to say we want to be a partner to our business community. It's no secret in San Bernardino that entrepreneurship runs deep here. You know, we have some of those Golden Arches businesses that started here right in San Bernardino.
Brand started right
Worldwide brand
here.
that you know across the globe, right here in San Bernardino. So we want to continue investing in that type of business here. We want to continue uplifting that community here.
So how important is it to cultivate small businesses? Some people might say, well, why aren't you trying to attract those giant companies, those huge manufacturers, those big companies with lots of jobs? Why go after the mom and pop? Don't they always fail?
Right. Well, you know, if you look at the Inland Empire region, and the city of San Bernardino is no different, you know, 95 to even close to 98% of the businesses in our community would be classified as small companies. And
what define a small business?
Small business, well, it's very broad. You know, if you use like U.S. Small Business Administration, they consider anything that's under 500 employees based on the industry to be small. But generally, we look at, you know, like 50 or fewer employees, and that's pretty typical. So if you look across the region and in the city of San Bernardino, man, there's so many small companies and so many people that aspire to start companies. And that's really the backbone of the regional economy. You know, and you know, can you attract larger companies here? Yes, and cities like San Bernardino do that. But you know, you really ought to have a really strong economic development strategy of growing your own and having those be successful, and some of those scaling up to become those large companies, those large multinational companies.
So what are some of the resources that small businesses can take advantage of? If I've opened a business and I don't really know what I'm doing, you know, like where do I start?
Absolutely, yeah. With this transformational investment that the city and the Inland Empire Center for Entrepreneurship at Cal State San Bernardino have made, we're bringing full-scale programs that take aspiring entrepreneurs from the idea and the initial stages all the way through revenue. Plus, if they have an existing company and they're trying to get to the next level, or if they need help getting access to capital, or they need to have marketing issues, or they want to grow, they can come in and get access to business counseling, one-on-one business counseling that's available for free. They can access a whole slew of training opportunities, everything from financial literacy and financial fitness to access to capital, to building a website, to building a business plan, to marketing strategies. If they're a food company, they can go through our food-based entrepreneurship program, you know, where they can take their concept and take it to reality. So we have all these available through the Entrepreneurial Resource Center. It's a phenomenal, and we're leveraging existing programs that our Inland Empire Center for Entrepreneurship has been delivering for years. We're in our 25th year as a Center for Entrepreneurship, and we have programs like the Small Business Development Center, which is a nationwide program funded by the SBA. We have our Women's Business Center, which focuses on female entrepreneurs. That's a nationwide program as well. So we're really leveraging these wonderful programs that have had economic impact over the years. Like our center, you know, we have over $500 million of economic impact helping local small businesses, many of them right here in the city of San Bernardino.
Can you tell me a little bit about the physical space? This is like a how do you describe it? It's a hub,
absolutely,
co-work space?
Co-working space, you can throw all those words into it, right? You know, you can have folks from the business community show up, folks from Cal State San Bernardino show up. And it was a public-private partnership. So it's Cal State San Bernardino, it's the city, and then it's also a private owner who is the owner of 330 North D Street. 330 North D Street.
Studio D,
yes. Studio D, right. So we have folks who are able to come and use the space there, and it really is. It's a beautiful facility right in the
Yeah.
heart of our downtown.
So why is this a smart investment for a city?
Absolutely. And well, if you just heard Dr. Stull talk about all of the things that Cal State San Bernardino offers, that's why it's a smart investment. Because we know that we can leverage the opportunities that are available through Cal State San Bernardino and help connect that synergy between our business community and with the folks who are interested in starting a business too. So not only the people who have a business and might need help, but the people who have an interest and might want to add to the economy.
Well, is that
there.
important that there might be people out there who just are so scared, like, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't want to go it alone, but you don't have to go it alone.
You don't have to go it alone.
Exactly.
We are a resource partner. We're a resource. You can take advantage of our services. We offer our programs in multiple languages, primarily here in San Bernardino. We're offering in English and Spanish. We have on-site programs. We have virtual programs that are available. So if you can't get away from the business or you can't get away from home, we have access to those here. You can come into the Resource Center. You can meet with someone one-on-one. You can be a part of a cohort going through a retail startup program. We envision delivering even more services through this Resource Center over the next 3 years. And I think it goes back to what you touched on, and you've probably heard this before, but small businesses are the job creators in the U.S. Large companies don't create as many jobs as small businesses. They're the bulk of the new employment is created by small companies, and you want to have those types of job creators in the city. One of the other things that we're trying to do is connect those businesses together. So they're supporting each other. They're creating an ecosystem where they're buying from each other, they're supplying each other, they're helping each other, and they're meeting through the ERC. One of the programs we're going to be delivering through the ERC are both mixers for business owners to just get together and meet each other and share best practices, but also doing industry nights where they come in, and if you're a retail business, you can come together with other retail businesses and learn from each other and create this network. So
How critical is that networking piece?
it really, really is.
That it isn't just making a go of my little restaurant, my little shop. It's about connecting with other people.
It's having that support network. It's having that peer network. When we surveyed business owners, they said that they really like to talk to other business owners about their problems and their challenges, not only professionals, but they really like to talk to people that are doing it already just like them. But when we asked them if they felt they had an adequate network like that, they said no. So that's part of the goal of this Resource Center. How can we bring people together to support each other, take advantage of the resources that the city and our program are offering? And we're leveraging the SBA, and we're leveraging all these other resources to bring in. We're not only as Cal State San Bernardino and our Center for Entrepreneurship delivering services at the Resource Center, the Entrepreneurial Resource Center, but we're bringing in affiliate partners, other organizations, and bringing them all together. So we're collaborating, coordinating, so we're most effectively reaching the community. That's going to help with increasing startups. It's going to increase the impact. It's going to create jobs. And so you're going to have, a little business that started here in San Bernardino almost 50 years ago, Garner Holt Productions, grew from a garage to having hundreds of employees, and that's the kind of a success you want to see. That's among the many.
Well, every large business started as a small business.
Yes,
Exactly.
absolutely.
McDonald's didn't start it started as one restaurant. I mean, I can only think of, Tesla is maybe the only thing I can think of that maybe started as a big business, but that was because of who started it. They
few and far
start
between.
as a tiny little outlet that grows. And so for the city, is it fair to say that the health of a community is the health of its businesses?
Absolutely, right. So like Mike has said, it's the backbone of the community, right? It's the folks that are providing the jobs for the community here in San Bernardino.
So as you look at economic development, that long-range planning, is it fair to say this is part of an effort to kind of transform the landscape?
Yes.
I mean, Carousel Mall, all of
Right.
these kind of developments, these long-term, what are we missing in the community? What do we need to add?
Right.
There's a sort of vision that this sort of fits in with.
It does, right. And it's the development of our downtown, it's the development of the community, and it's investing in the people who are here and the lifeblood of the community. Our council has made it a priority, and our current administration at the city has made it a priority for this.
And by opening facilities like this, does it help keep those jobs, those businesses in the community, that they are less likely to just, I'm going to open my franchise somewhere else. I'm going to take this idea. They're going to build it where they grew up. They're going to
Right.
build it
Right.
where they live, where their friends and family live.
And they have support.
Yeah,
They
and
have support
all that revenue, all those
Yeah.
taxes will stay here.
They
Right.
have support here, and they'll see that they're not only are they investing in their business, but the city and the community as a whole is actually investing in
Is
their
that
business.
important in not only showing business aspirants that it's a great place to start a business, but that the city and these institutions will support you.
Right.
There is a
Yeah.
net that will kind of catch you.
Yeah.
Right.
How unique is this program? Because I understand it grew out of something called the Aspen Institute. Could one of you
did.
speak to that?
Yeah, absolutely. So Mike, you can maybe touch on this a little bit more, but
Yeah.
it did grow out of the community was asking for it. The community was wanting something like this. And with the synergy of the city receiving American Rescue Plan Act funds, we combined those two efforts and we were able to have this come to fruition. But if you want to speak to Aspen.
Yeah, no, I mean, that the whole idea of Aspen was how could it be a transformational initiative involving in the city and the university were co-anchors of this. And Aspen Institute was really focused on how can we engage particularly Latino businesses and how can we build community and how can we deploy resources and raise investment dollars and really start to have an impact on the community, really starting with small business in particular. And of course that fits exactly why we, the Inland Empire Center for Entrepreneurship at Cal State, exist. We exist to support and celebrate and promote small business and entrepreneurship through innovative programs and educational resources. So it aligned well. It aligned well with the city's strategy and all the talks that we had collectively. I think what was interesting was running in parallel, even prior to Aspen, was the city was talking about this kind of thing, and we were talking about internally as wanting to do this kind of entrepreneurial resource center. We didn't call it at that time,
Right.
but that's something we wanted to do. And this all came together as if it was destined to happen.
Yes, the funding was there.
funding was there.
The partners were there, stakeholders. It was really a great partnership.
And I've been involved in economic development for almost 30 years, and particularly entrepreneurship. And this is unique in the sense that the community is fortunate to have a city that has a vision and that is willing to invest. And this is a transformational, substantive investment. This is not something you see typically. Plus, the city, the community is fortunate to have an anchor university and a Center for Entrepreneurship, which is globally recognized and one of the largest entities of its kind in the world. All these things coming together give us an opportunity to really affect long-term change and support for small business.
Before I let you go, I want to make sure people know how can they take advantage of this resource. Is there a phone number? Is there a website? Do they just walk in?
Come
Where
to
can people
downtown.
go?
Come to
Yeah,
right here in
come walk to
downtown
downtown.
San Bernardino. All of our programs are available there. The easiest way is probably to go to our website, thinklikeanowner.org.
Okay.
And when you go there, you can follow the link on the San Bernardino Entrepreneurial Resource Center. You can see what it looks like. You can see all the things that are happening there and connect with us that way.
Absolutely.
The ERC opened in November. How will you measure success, let's say,
yeah.
on the first anniversary? Like, what will success look like a year from now, 5 years from now?
Yeah, our team has in place, and I know Amanda can speak from the city perspective, but for us, it's about building the right programs, bringing on the affiliate partners that are going to be a part of this initiative. It's about delivering the counseling and the training services. It's about resulting in startups and economic impact. Everything we do is driven by metrics. We want to impact. We exist to get results. So it's about how many people are using the resource center, using the services, and are actually having positive outcomes. They're creating jobs, they're starting a business, they're generating sales, they're increasing sales, they're getting access to government contracts, they're getting access to capital through our programs. And that for us is the ultimate metric.
And for us as well.
Yeah.
So wonderful things happening. It is thinklikeanowner.org. Did I get that correct?
Thinklikeanowner.org, and the Entrepreneurial Resource Center is open Monday through Friday. It's open and available to walk-ins, so you don't have to schedule an appointment. You can walk in and get more information. And I have team members that are there every day serving the small business community.
Well, Dr. Mike, Amanda, thank you so much. Wonderful things happening downtown. We look forward to great things happening in the business community. Thank you so much for being on the program.
Thank
It was
you for
our
having
pleasure.
us.
Thank you for having me.